Hi Cheryl, it's Colin. I wanted to give you a quick personal video just to start to finish this, sort of get you rolling and where to find the instructions and sort of tips on where to start with to learn how to work with the template in Microsoft Expression Web. So to start with, we're in your account, so I'll just download a copy of your site here and I'll put it on my desktop. Okay, so we get to the to download, we just click on the download button right here as soon as you log into your account. Click on download like so. And then I'm just going to scroll down, read the agreement and the refund exchange, please. And once you've done that, you would just click on these two buttons right there, and then select your editor, and you would just select the Expression Web 4, and then it's automatically going to select the HTML5 version, which is what you want, and then click the download button. And it'll download to wherever your browser's default download setting is. But I use Firefox for downloading, and it puts it on my desktop. But every browser will have a little, download icon or arrow showing you where you put it. And it'll take a few seconds for the package to build, and then here we go. There's my download right there. I can just click it. It says, oh, there it is right there, and I can just open containing folder, which is my desktop. Anyways, let me just move to my desktop. I'm going to minimize this, drag in the zip file, and we just right click and select extract file or extract here. Okay, and there'll be, every computer's a little bit different depending if you have some sort of extraction or compression software, but every computer has the ability to right click and select extract. Okay, and basically what that'll do is wherever you've downloaded the file to, it will extract that file to a new folder. And here's an example. It's created a new folder on my desktop with your website in it. Now when we get inside, there are instructions included within the package, and I'm going to show you just how to open and go through those and sort of where to start. But I'll give you a couple of tips right ahead of time here. Is when you've extracted your website, and I really suggest you, once you've downloaded it, if you can drag or move your zip file to your computer desktop, that way you have easy access to it. You can actually put it wherever you want, but to the desktop, for me, at least that's where I recommend. Once you have your folder, your zip file extracted, go into the folder. I'm just going to bring it into view here, and you'll find, if you dig into it, a website folder. Right? You may need to click into it a couple of times depending on how you extracted the file or what method you used. But once you have it, you'll be going into your Santana Purple White Dogs folder, and then into that is a website folder. Just right click on the website folder and copy, and then paste. That's making a backup. That's the first thing I recommend folks do, is always make a copy or a backup of the original website before you've made any changes. Okay. Once you have Expression Web 4 installed on your computer, what you can often do is you can cheat. You can do a shortcut method for opening the site. That is, you can go directly into the website folder, like so, and you should be able to right-click on any page and select Edit with Microsoft Expression Web 4, providing you have that software already installed. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, now the site's open in Expression Web 4. Now in the ticket, I'm also sending you a link to download a separate copy of the instructions. Now I'll show you, when you click and download the instructions, it's just a zip file. All right, I'll just open up a page here with an example. So what we'll do is you click the template instructions zip file link, and this will be a similar message in your ticket. And that'll also download a zip file to your computer. All right. I'll just drag that into view. It's just going to be a zip file like so. Once again, just extract that zip file, and inside you'll find a page. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to extract that a little bit differently. It'll create a folder for you, and inside the folder's instructions, and we open that up. And then there's the Microsoft.html file that you'll see here. All right, just double click on that, and that'll bring up a page with all the instructions you would really need to go through the basic and the advanced. But what I'm going to start with is we have some special feature instructions listed at the top. You don't need to go through those first. I'm going to suggest you just click on the Getting Started. Okay, installation. Okay, that's something we just went through, but it's also a good bit of information online. But if you start with the Getting Started section and sort of run through that, and then go through just sort of each top to bottom, that'll give you a good idea of how to, update the different pieces within the template, including the navigation, and then there'll be, so there's sort of, the way it's set up is there's installing the template, which I just basically went through, planning and preparation. That's just tips and advice. Basically, it's just a little bit of reading. You can kind of skip through it if you want to. But if you've never built a website before, this is really what it's for. It's just some tips and advice on building a website, planning, how to plan your pages out, how to do the next chapter, which is how to remove pages, how to add new pages to your site. You're not going to want to use, you probably won't want just the default pages that came in the template. You'll probably also want to create new ones. You'll want to remove the ones you don't need, right? And that talks a little bit about it. Then there's the publishing of the site, how to get it back up to the server when you're done. And then another little section here on Font Awesome, and that's just the icons that we use, just a bit of a heads up on how to work with those. And then we get into the different pieces of updating the template itself, and that is the logo and branding section. And then that's how to update the website name, the tagline, how to replace the graphic logo, phone number, the social icons, at least where to go and how to make changes. Right. Then next we have the navigation. So there's text links, the menu top, and the off canvas. And I'll just sort of quickly show you that in a quick tour here. All right. So if I opened up the index page here, for example, okay, and our instructions. So we have the website name, the tagline, and the graphic logo. This is the website name, Santana Web. Making awesome websites is the tagline, and this is the graphic logo. If we go into Expression Web, all you need to do to update those is open up your library folder, shared, and start with a website name. Pop it into the design view. Now in this one example here, this example is a little bit different than the instructions is. I've put the graphic logo directly into the website name page just so they'd line up a little bit better, but you would see that as soon as you go in there and go, okay, if you go into the graphic logo, you see that there's nothing there, it's only been moved over. But most people go into the website name first, right? And then you just to change the name of the website, what you do is just where it says Santana Web, right-click, hyperlink properties, change the name of your web up here, and if you want to change the link to your page, you change it down here by scrolling through and going, let's link to the FAQs page instead. Most people always have the logo linked to the index page, so you really never need to change that. But you just change the name to display to My Web. Click OK, right, and there we go. Then if you want to use a graphic logo, you can just drag it back in here, or you can actually put it back into the graphic logo page. Right. I'm going to show you a little trick there. I seem to have selected the image there for the graphic logo. You can also change the Santana and the web down here. I might actually recommend that you do that. Might make it a little bit easier. Just go into the code. You'll see where it says Santana. That's the first word. That's the first color. And this is the second one right here. So if you want to keep all the same color, you might want to do that as well. So anyways, that's just a bit of a primer for you. But basically with the instructions, what you'd want to do is just sort of breeze through them. And basically all the instructions do is they're general. They will show you whereabouts in the template to go and make your changes. Okay, you make your changes, you save, you update, and you go from there.